Now it's time to change the oil on my T56 Magnum and change the tail shaft seal. I'll also be running oil analysis tests on the Amsoil synchromesh fluid versus the Tremec MTF fluid. The drain plug is removed and the sample is taken. As the oil is draining, I went ahead and put the car in neutral. The U-joint cap bolts are removed so I can take the drive shaft off. I then slipped off the tail shaft from the transmission. I used a plug tool I bought from Granis Racing to avoid any drips. I went ahead and used this as an opportunity to grease the U-joints. Then I cleaned off the drive shaft and U-joints from any grease. My little seal puller died pretty quickly. However, the seal hook remove tool that I bought worked really well. I purchased a few new seals from Granis Racing. I put a small ring of RTV on it just to keep it from leaking. As it happens, this oil filter wrench is the correct diameter to hammer in the seal. After that, the tail shaft slips right in. Fresh thread tape is applied to the drain plug. My fill plug is also a temp sensor, so that gets removed. Four quarts of Amsoil synchromesh is added to my power fill. A used T56 usually takes a smidge less than 4 quarts. A brand new T56 is going to take almost exactly 4 quarts. Putting 30 psi in the power fill makes this job really easy and really quick. The temp sensor is screwed back in and then plugged back in. The U-joint cap bolts are reinstalled and torqued down with Loctite on the threads. Now to the oil lab test. The Amsoil synchromesh is on the left, the Tremec MTF is on the right. Both have pretty good wear overall. The Amsoil seems to have a much more robust additive package. You can see the added levels of magnesium, zinc, and phosphorus. So my experience with these two fluids is pretty simple. The MTF is better at low temperatures like short trips around town. However, the Amsoil does way better at medium and higher temperatures, like if you were to drive for an extended period of time or doing something very hard that generates a lot of transmission temp. My transmission temperatures on track are about 250 degrees Fahrenheit. The Tremec fluid doesn't like being that hot and the transmission gets very vague and you'll start missing gears, while the synchromesh has no problems running that hot or hotter without any shifting issues. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm sorry I've been a little bit lazy on making videos, but I'll have a couple coming up on all my winter modifications to my car, what broke, what needs to be fixed, and how much I can do while still being on a budget.